But one basic question, we keep saying the word event over and over again. Can we define that? Is that okay?
Please, yes.
Okay, so the word event is an industry term. It's a more of a data analytics term, which means every time I see a unique, this is a Monday night call, so we can get deep, right? So every time I see a unique lat long, I mean, so I'm in my office, right? You guys can all see me. If I move from here to my office door, that's a unique event, right? So it's like every single time I see a unique event from a phone tied to a unique timestamp. That's what we consider events. And that's super valuable. However, me sitting at my house in my office all day long is not the most valuable thing. You kind of, once Tapestry understands where I live, but when I decide to leave and go grocery shopping and where I decide to go and how long I decide to drive there and what speed I drive, all of that becomes super important. Is there congestion on that road? Should that road go from 2 lanes to 4 lanes? And all the specifics around just mobility is what we care about. And, that is the exchange that we're giving that consumer in exchange for that data.
That's awesome. So can you speak to those who are feeling like the app may not be working because their places visited aren't being
Yes.
put in?
Places visited is going bye-bye, right? So places visited is one of those functions where originally thinking we're like, okay, this would be really cool to tell consumers where they went. However, it is a constant 24/7 lookup for us to look this up. Now think about this. We're doing this thousands of times per day. Are you at this place or that place? Are you just parked in front of it? Did you just drive by it? Were you just near it? And sometimes it's right and sometimes it's not right. And it created more problems than solutions. So we're like, that's interesting. I think we can do one better. We created the Tapestry check-in. So that is in the new design language. I think you showed that a couple other Monday nights. So the consumer can check in, it will write to places visited, and it will be there. But it's no indication or correlation of how much money the consumer will earn. The SDK, which I see more questions about, is doing all that heavy lifting. That's how he went from millions of events per day to 50 million events per day. It literally went I think the number is probably close to 40x of events. And now our goal for January is 2 billion events. Can we achieve 2 billion events for the month of January? That is our goal. I think we should be able to achieve that with Android and a lot of our international expansion.
Yes. And smart links, of course, because
And
we're
smart
going to be
links.
shouting from the mountaintops as soon as we get those things. So you just said something, Android. Maybe I missed it because I was so excited about 50 million events. I'm not sure. But what's the timeline on Android? Where I know you said something about it, but where are we at? Do you know?
Yeah, we spoke with the Android team this morning and he was kind of giving us feedback where he's got it working and it's stable. So it was kind of working before, but we weren't getting enough location spots. So let's talk about this. You sign up with Tapestry, and we've done this in the past. You agree to the terms and conditions. That's the first location pull. Then you go to the Tapestry home screen where your goal is. The second one, then you hit the map, the third one. On the third one, the map, there was a crash happening in the development. So he was working for a solution around that. As of this morning, he thought he had the solution, so he's working to solve that. But the last thing we want any Android user to do is to update their phone and run into issues. So we're still working out the kinks on the Android SDK. Why it's more different than iOS is because on the SDK for Android, you have to make your SDK compatible for 22,000 different devices. This is Huawei phones, LG phones, Samsung phones, Google phones. Whereas on the iOS side, it's just iPhones. And Apple generally forces consumers to update apps automatically. So it's just a bit more work on the Android side, but we're getting there, getting closer and closer.
Good. Yeah. And testing before it's in the app. Like you said, the last thing we want is people with an Android phone in the Tapestry app causing it to crash. And then they just go, heck with this app, and they delete it and never try again. So.
Yep. And a tidbit to that, and people here in this call may know, is when you think about the United States, I'm an iPhone user, but I also have an Android phone. It's about 50-50. Half of the consumers are on an Android phone and half of them are on iOS. And you're in their two camps and you kind of love it and you're kind of embedded. When you jump internationally, 80% Android. And in a country like India, Indonesia, 99% Android. So Android will clearly be the dominant platform for Tapestry as we go globally, and we got to make sure this works perfectly in those geos.
Awesome. Michael Lankto's in here typing like, as fast as he can. I can just hear the keys hitting here, answering questions. You're awesome, Michael. Thank you. I think you've literally answered every single one except for this one that I see here. What is the estimated timeline? My favorite question, Walter. Imagine this. What is the estimated timeline for SmartLink implementation?
SmartLinks. Yeah, we talked about this a bit on Friday. So one of our engineers, Francois, we love him to death, is working a lot on that. Now, we talked about this morning in our dev call. So what we're going to do is two things. We're going to create what we call a sync. He was using the word SSO, but the correct word is sync between the affiliate back office and the app. So in the shadows, if a user, let's say Chuck, is not about our Tapestry at all, he hears about it from Danny, he downloads Tapestry, we will create a shadow account for the affiliate back office automatically. It's not active, but it's a shadow account tied to the email, and vice versa. Someone becomes an affiliate and we will create a shadow account as an app. This becomes really important internationally where our app is not available in all these geos. They're going to have app accounts already kind of shadowed and created already before they can even be allowed to download the app, which will save a lot of time. So you'll be able to sign into the app with the same email, same password on both accounts. If you change your password in the app, it changes in the affiliate back office and vice versa. If you change payment structures, let's say you switch from Stripe to PayPal or vice versa, it does the same thing there. That is going to be the bedrock on which we do SmartLinks, because it's going to do what Danny's favorite thing she's always been asking us for, and we're working on it, which is the promo codes, right? So the username of the affiliate becomes now enabled to be the promo. So it'll be tapestry.io/live. You can usually use promo code live in the app. So you can do a podcast, do a Facebook Live, do anything, and just say, put in promo code live. That's it. With that, it enables us to do SmartLinks. So you refer a friend, tap a friend, earn a buck, literally hit the tap button. It links out to a browser. Everything's already linked on both sides, so it makes the process more streamlined. So Francois is working on that right now. I don't have an ETA on you because he won't even give me one, although I try. But he's working on it. He's working on it pretty thoughtfully. So hopefully very, very soon. I'm thinking like weeks. We're not talking months away. We're trying to get this done very, very quickly.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we have big goals, right, for 2022. So awesome. SmartLinks and promo codes, though, you guys, and sync, single sign-on to be able to.
And we're getting all this done before we go completely international. And something that Chuck mentioned that I will double click on is, as we go internationally, and we expect hundreds of thousands of users, and literally within a couple of weeks of launching internationally, the number one comment we get on Contact Us is, why isn't this app available in our country? So imagine us getting hundreds of thousands over a couple of months, millions of users. Now we have SmartLinks, we have SDK, we have everything tied to an SSO with a sync and a single sign-on. Now we're ready to run. And many of these on this call are super affiliates. I mean, half of that revenue from these users is going back to you, right? So I'm pretty excited about that. It's literally how we built this company. It's powered by and backed by affiliates, and they get to benefit the most. So